of Big Data Bootcamp. I'm Mayank Aggarwal, and I am a graduate of NSIT Delhi. Then I have worked previously with companies like Goldman Sachs, Mindtickle, Oyo Rooms, and along with that, I have been a lot more interested in machine learning and data science. So have done research work as well with IIIT Delhi. I have a research paper as well in a very respected journal. So yeah, I my experience basically lies in making sure that I can make tech simplified, and along with that, can solve real world problems with that. I have been a mentor for more than 4 years now with multiple companies like Scala, Coding Ninjas, and also independently. And now, of course, we are taking this course as well. So I will be taking, I think, majority of your course, and in this course, we'll make sure that each and every one of you are able to transition into a big data role with proper understanding of things. So yeah, that was a quick introduction about me. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, guys, let me also introduce myself. My name is Krish Naik, for all those people who don't know me. So, I've been probably in the AI field, data field in short, from past 14 years. I've been teaching from past 5 to 6 years, probably taught almost each and everything in data science, machine learning, deep learning to generative AI, each and everything I've explained. And as we go ahead, now this big data is one very important thing. And what we feel is that in companies, still, and with respect to teaching, right, nobody has cracked big data that well. So that is the reason we are coming up with this specific batch wherein we add a lot of values where you easily get transitioned just by doing amazing projects. But anyhow, we will be teaching and explaining everything from basics. Um, other Another amazing thing is that let me talk about the agenda about this entire live induction session that we have, right? So in this session, first of all, I'll be talking about your dashboard, your portal access, what syllabus we are basically going to cover, then how you can communicate peer to peer, how's the community discussion forum, where you'll be able to see the live sessions, recorded videos, each and everything I'll be discussing. After I complete that, Mayank will probably take a 30 to 40 minutes session on explaining you some introduction things with respect to big data. And then we will proceed in taking any queries that you specifically have. We'll be allowing you to talk so that we can also answer your queries. So this is the entire agenda. So I hope everybody's excited. Can you give me a quick yes if you have got the entire information? Yep, great. Perfect. So let's start. So first of all, can you give me a quick confirmation whether everybody has got the mail of the meeting link and each and everything as such? Can you give me a quick confirmation? The meeting link, mail, and all. Everybody has the dashboard access. Yeah. So dashboard access also everybody has. Yeah. Perfect. Let me go ahead and share my screen. So whenever I talk about dashboard access, this is how your dashboard access is going to look like. Can you just give me a quick confirmation if you are able to see my screen quickly? Yeah. No, it's blank. It's visible now.
It's visible, sir.
Yes.
It's
Yeah. Just a second. Okay. So the website that you really need to log in is learn.krishnakacademy.com. So I hope everybody has probably logged in. Uh, Once you go to learn.krishnakacademy.com, here you will be able to see feeds, workshop, courses, message, and affiliates, I guess. You can also see affiliates over here. Okay. Uh, First of all, whoever has enrolled on this particular batch in the workshop sessions, you will be able to see all the sessions that are scheduled, right? So this is where today's session at 8 a.m. You know, you will be probably able to see this and you'll be able to join the session. So like many people can also directly join it over here. So this you will also be seeing the probably when you probably go ahead and click the join session, you will be directly redirecting to the Zoom webinar that we are taking place right now. Okay. It's okay. If you can't see the affiliates, no worries. This is just for people who are interested in probably having an affiliate with me. Okay. So we can talk about this later on because still we are in the implementation phase, and from Monday, everything will be visible for you, all of you. Okay. This is the next thing. When like anytime, let's say that whenever you are having the weekend session, right? All the meeting links, all the Zoom webinar links will be available over here. So all you have to probably do is that just go ahead and click it, during the session, like at 8 a.m., whenever there is a session, just before 30 minutes, this will get activated and you can just click it and you can join the session. Everybody clear with this information? I hope everybody is able to see the workshop. Yeah. Yeah. Perfect. I hope everybody is able to see this. Tomorrow also at 8 a.m., you will be finding the link over here. Okay. Perfect. Great. Now, the next thing that I really want to talk about is this feed. Okay. Now, what is the importance of this particular feed? Like, this feed is just like your LinkedIn post. You probably post it, your peer-to-peer group entire will be doing a kind of interaction over here. They can give you a like, they can probably comment out, they can, any information that you really want to share. Like over here, you'll be able to see that. See, when I'm posting something, there are so many comments over here, and all the information with respect to your big data engineering group, whatever things they are posting publicly, you will be able to see in this specific feed. Okay. So this is the first feed. This is the next section, that is the workshop. Okay. Then coming to the next one is with respect to your course dashboard, because many people ask that, Krish, after the live session, do we get a recorded videos? The answer is yes. You will be getting the recorded videos even though you miss the live sessions. And for that, you just have to wait for 6 to 8 hours for that particular video to get uploaded in your dashboard. Now you may be thinking, Krish, where do we specifically get that particular dashboard? So on the third section, you will be able to see there is something called as courses. So once you click on courses, here you will be able to see complete Big Data Bootcamp with AWS and Azure Cloud. Is everybody able to see this? This is the batch that you have specifically enrolled for, right? So just give me a confirmation if you're able to see this. You may be thinking, Krish, why you don't see this? Because I've also enrolled in my other course. So many of you will not be able to see this, but everybody will be able to see this. Yes, materials will also be provided. Each and everything will be provided. Okay, so let me just go ahead and talk step by step. Okay. So here everybody is able to see the course dashboard. Just give me a quick confirmation. If yes, yes, perfect. So inside this, in the courses section, you will be able to see this. Okay. Perfect. Now, inside this course dashboard, whenever you probably go, so this is the course introduction video that I had actually created for my YouTube videos, and that I have uploaded it over here, right? So here you can actually see this particular video. Now, the entire video is piracy protected. It is having DRM facilities. So if you think of probably pirating the content, it will not be possible. You'll not be able to record the videos also. Okay. Now the course prerequisite over here is given in the form of PDF, but I will be talking about more things like what are the course prerequisites and all. Now let's say many people will also be thinking, Krish, once the video is uploaded, where do we see the resources section? Right. So here you'll be able to see there is something called as a resource, right? So in this, if there is some additional materials needs to be uploaded, it will get uploaded over here and it will be visible over here itself. Okay. So this is the basic information. And then you will also be able to see that for every video, you can also write any comments and you can probably interact with anyone like you can. Okay. So this is where you can also interact it. Let's say in one of the video, you have some kind of queries. You can also write that particular queries and discuss with your groups. Clear, everybody? Yeah. So as session keeps on going on, as sessions keeps on going on, what will happen is that we will also be uploading along with the date. Okay. Does that make sense, everybody? I think the dashboard is very simple, very easy to use, not much complication, and you can probably see the dashboard as the way you like. Okay. So we have always kept that in mind. It needs to be very simple. Don't have to probably see numerous courses over there. Whichever courses you have enrolled, you will be getting only that specific access so that you don't get disturbed. Like let's say that you have seen hundreds courses, right? And most of the nowadays in most of the websites, what happens is that when you go to the landing pages, right, you'll be seeing hundreds of courses. And again, your mind will get diverted over there. We don't want you all to get diverted. If you have a specific goal, let's say big data, focus on that. Nothing will be displayed in front of you. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Yes. Does it make sense? Yeah. I'll talk about the prerequisite link and all. Don't worry. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Now, once you have this course dashboard access, now this is the most important section. Are you able to see this messages section? Yeah. Yes. Are you able to see this messages section? So in this messages section, there will be something like a community discussion forum. right? You may be thinking that, Krish, hey, can I probably communicate with my peer? Can I probably have a discussion with my peer people, right? If I have any kind of queries, with whom should I probably discuss? Yes, we will cover most of the doubt clearing session in the class. But after the class, if you want any help, you want to probably learn in a group, you want to probably interact, you want to probably ask questions with respect to your assignments and all. So this is the community forum that you have. Okay, let's try to test it out. So I will just drop a message. Hi. Let's say that whether we are able to see your message or not. Just go ahead and ping it over here, guys. I think I should be able to see your message. Yeah. So Abhishek Tiwari says hi. And any kind of announcement, any kind of things, you will be able to have a discussion over here itself. Okay. So this is the most amazing thing, because this is like many people can have a discussion over here with respect to anything that you have. Okay. Perfect. Great. Yeah. So this is the section that you can probably refer to. Okay. We are soon coming up with affiliate section. Once you become an affiliate, you can add the bank details, and every month you should be able to earn some of the commission from the courses if you refer. But I don't want to really focus on this. I really want to focus on the things that we really want to teach. But yes, if you feel that our courses are much more valuable, you can also join on affiliate commissions. Okay. So through that, you will be able to even get your commission itself. Okay. Now here is where you can probably join the entire team. Mayank and I will also be active over here. If you have any questions in the like after the sessions, if you want to communicate, we will be very much happy to answer each and everything. Okay. I don't want you all to create another WhatsApp group, another Telegram group. That is not the purpose of this. Not making groups. Instead, have a discussion in one central place. Let me understand your problem. Let us understand how's your learning going on, and each and everything as we go ahead. Does that make sense, everybody? Can you give me a quick yes? Till now, I think this is the most simplistic dashboard that I have ever seen, and that is the reason I'm using this. What do you say about this? Mayank, what do you feel that this dashboard is quite simplistic, no unnecessary things in the dashboard, and I think to the point, we have all the things over here.
Yes, sir, exactly. So I always say to students as well, like in today's world, like knowledge is like abandoned. You have to limit it. Like resources are not less now, they are a lot more. And that is, I think, what most students waste their time. They will enroll in hundreds of courses. They will
Hmm.
maybe buy some subscription where let's say they are getting a lots many courses, or Udemy, they will buy many, but yeah, they are not able to complete that. So if
Yeah.
it is simple, then you are for sure going to complete that and of course learn a lot of things. So in that way, I like it very much for
See,
everything.
many people talks about Netflix and Prime, right? They say that, hey, recommendation system, we get some movies. You just imagine how many movies are displayed in front of you. You will be confused by yourself, right? Which movie to probably watch, and you will be wasting your time. So I really want you all to probably decide what you really want to learn, and that specific thing only you should be able to probably see in the dashboard. So that is the huge learning that I've actually got from the past 6 years, right? So that is the reason we are coming up in this particular things right now. No distraction itself. You just have three section. You know when your classes are conducted. You know which dashboard you really need to focus on at what time, and then like if you have any queries where you really need to go ahead and ask. Right. So that's it. Right. So how you'll get the new courses updated. So whenever I probably come up with new courses, if you have enrolled, you should be able to see it over here. Okay. Uh, Clear, everybody? Now, one of the most common question that people have, right, Krish, what is the dashboard access? How many years dashboard access will have? Do we have for lifetime and all? I've already announced, guys, this dashboard access is only for 1.5 years. The reason is very simple. See, I don't want you all to probably extend more than 1 year also. I was just talking to Mank that, hey, Mank, can we just make it to 1 year access? But still people are asking for lifetime access, this access, that access. So max to max 1.5 years, because I really want you all to crack all the jobs within 1 year. Okay. I don't want you all to probably keep this particular course for lifetime somewhere. Or if you have this for lifetime, you'll set that mentality in your mind that, hey, probably I'll learn it aram se, but I don't want that. If you're learning something, try to make it to your use and try to crack the job as soon as possible. Very simplistic thing. right? I don't want to probably discuss any more thing over there. You may be fighting with me, Krish, please extend for another 6 months. No, 1.5 years is more than sufficient. You really need to go ahead and crack the job. That's it. There is no other excuses. And I don't want to probably hear any other excuses. That's clear, everyone? Yeah. Do you feel that I'm talking to the point? Unnecessary talk I'll not do. Uh, just directly talk to the point so that I don't waste your time. Why you're learning this is that you need to get job, you need to crack the industry jobs, right? And that is what is our focus with respect to the syllabus only. If you're joining with us, I don't want to give something for lifetime so that you waste your time, we waste your time. I believe, Mayank believes over here in direct results, and the kind of teaching that we specifically do is that we try to get that specific result or to make you achieve that specific result. Clear? Yes. Agree, everyone? Perfect. Now, the next thing, as you all know, from today onwards, we are starting the batch. Okay. Uh, every Saturday and Sunday, we'll be having the classes between 8 a.m. IST to 12 p.m. IST. We'll be having 3 hour session. After that, we'll be also putting 1 hour in doubt clearing. We'll allow you to talk, and any kind of questions that you have, we will continuously take up. Okay. And the next thing over here is that with respect to, let's say that sometimes when we are sending the mail, it goes to your promotion or it goes to the spam folder, right? This is workshop is the place where you can probably see that how and when your classes are basically scheduled so that you don't have any other confusion. At the end of the day, if you have any confusion, you should also try to communicate it with your peer-to-peer members and you can probably discuss with them. Okay. Does that make sense, everyone? Yeah. Yes. Clear. And everybody has the course syllabus access. Yes. I think you should be having the PDF with respect to the course syllabus. What all things we will be covering, I'll tell Mayank just to cover it in another 5 to 10 minutes. But before that, I just wanted to talk about this particular dashboard and have all the stuff ready in front of you. Okay. So till now, any queries that you have, please do let me know in the comment section. Any queries that you have. It's okay. You can have any queries. I will not judge you. Okay. I'll not judge you. Okay, perfect. Mike, I think you can proceed and you can talk about the syllabus, what all things we will be discussing and how we'll be discussing. Can we ask doubts in between the classes if it is related to particular topic which is being taught? Yes, see, Vishal, like will not allow you to talk between the classes. We'll definitely ask, did you understand? If majority of the people says they did not understand, then we'll teach that particular topic again. And if let's say that all the people have understood, we'll take the doubt clearing at the end. Okay. We will be covering AWS, we'll be covering Azure, each and everything. Okay, so Mike, I think you can proceed and you can talk about the syllabus, detailed syllabus, and then we will
Sure.
proceed with the next step.
Yes. Sure, everyone. So I'm just sharing my screen. I've shared the same as well with you on the Zoom only, so you can directly access that. So cool, everyone, just let me know if you're able to see my screen. Great. So let me just quickly do one thing. 1 minute, everyone. So just let me open it here so I can scribble on top of that as well. Great. So this is your course syllabus, everyone, which of course many of you must have also seen. So let me zoom it out a little bit. Yeah. Great. Now let us start with the basics. So I have also run it a lot of times on YouTube. So, yeah, cool. Big Data
Mike,
Bootcamp.
first of all, you can talk about the prerequisites and you
Yeah,
can
yeah, sure,
also
sure.
give the playlist link and all. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that
sure,
we
sure,
can
sure.
add it over there.
Hmm. Sure. So everyone, the prerequisite for this particular course, as we have mentioned, it is Python. Okay, so basic knowledge about Python till OOPS and few concepts in file handling and error handling as well. That is the level at which you should know Python. Okay, so again, and one more thing, as SQL and database are the next prerequisites. So the way I would make sure that okay, every one of you should cover this is that first you should know or at least have coded a little bit in Python. We have shared the playlist for that as well. Then you should know a little bit about database, right? What exactly are database, something related with its properties and stuff. And next, you should learn about SQL. And of course, we should make sure that we know how to connect Python with a database and we can trigger our SQL queries there. So these are the only prerequisites for the course. Rest everything, whichever concept we are going to teach from complete scratch. So if someone is from completely different field as well, I will make sure that he or she understands the same without any worries. And you have time like for the next 2 3 weeks, we will be first focusing on the theory part, which we have to do on big data. So you can easily complete that. It's not that we will be using it in the starting only. And again, if anyone has any doubt, I will make sure that we are clearing that on the go whenever we are discussing anything related to these. So these are the major prerequisites, everyone. In this, you will see that we have written all the things which you should know as well. Python fundamentals, working with variables, data types, conditions, loops, function, and file handling. Then, of course, overview of Python libraries like pandas, OS, and math. Then SQL, you should know basic SQL queries. W3S School is a very good source to just see those SQL queries, and we have shared the Crystal link as well. Select, insert, update, and delete. Okay, and understanding database schemas. Then we have join and aggregation in sequence. So how we can join, then basically make sure that you can combine different tables and apply aggregate functions on them.
Mike, just one thing. You can
Yeah.
provide the links of the Python playlist of yours, of
Yes, sir.
mine, and my
Sure.
SQL playlist also.
Yes,
I
yes, sir. I
think
will just
people are
provide
not
that.
able to get it from the PDF.
Yeah, yeah. Just a second, sir. For 1 second, everyone. Let me just provide that. So everyone, I'm sharing the link of my SQL playlist. It's on Crystal channel. Along with that, I'm sharing the Python playlist as well, which is on my channel. Let me know if you're able to access it now, everyone. So the first one is the SQL one. I'm sure that everyone will be able to access it. The second one is the Python one. Can I get a yes or no, everyone, if you're able to access this now with the link? And they are more than enough. Like it is not required to actually go a lot deep. Once I will be teaching you things, we'll be covering what all else is required. And simple reason we have kept it on YouTube, like anyone can go through them. Okay, pretty easy, no issues. You can complete it as and when you like. So no limit on that. Yeah. Okay. Great. Yes, as I was coming, everyone. So overview of relational database, SQL based majorly, no SQL. We are going to cover from scratch in this course, so don't worry on that. And few practical use case and database management concept. Just a basic idea on them. It's not like I expect that you will be having a full mastery in database concepts. That is not required as well, and we sure will not be using them going forwards. Just Python and SQL majorly are the topics which you should be aware of. Okay. Basic math is okay, Chandra. Don't worry on that. Math portion is not that heavy in big data. If anything will be there, I will be teaching you everything. So pretty good with maths and stuff. So you don't have to worry. Okay. Because again, Python you can do from anywhere, should be fine. If it is from course in Udemy, that is also pretty good. No worries on that. So yes, everyone, this is around the prerequisite. Anyone has any doubt before I move to the next section? Anything? Omkar, you can just read about data modeling concepts a little bit when I will be teaching them as well in the course. So, but I will suggest that you can still read about them. Should be fine. Tushar, again, MySQL, Oracle SQL doesn't matter. You should know that how exactly can we just execute our SQL queries, and you should understand the logic. Again, as Chris sir said, like few minutes back, let's keep things simple. Believe me, if you will just make it complicated, like, and I also am a very much hard on this philosophy. Let's keep it simple. You should know how to write SQL properly. Now it doesn't matter if which SQL, like which SQL server it is. We should make sure that we understand writing SQL queries, and again, able to get the data as we want. Just that. Vishal, these prerequisites you can cover in the next 2 weeks. That should be fine. Okay, great. So let me move forward then, everyone. Yeah, great. So now let's move forward, everyone. The very first module is going to be brief overview about big concepts, big data concepts and foundation. So in this, majorly we will be covering that what exactly big data is. Okay, then 5 V's of big data. That are something which is discussed a lot. Then we will see that okay, why traditional systems are failing. So these are the topics like we have very nicely written all the subtopics which we are going to discuss in a particular module. Okay, then all about distribution systems. So distribution system is at the heart of big data, the way we handle each and everything in big data. Then again, batch versus stream processing and applications of big data. So these are going to be the major things. Moving forward, we will deep dive into Hadoop architecture and ecosystem. So Hadoop, as all of you know, it's a de facto like in making sure that we are able to handle problems related to big data. That is the most widely used technologies. Okay, all the things in that. That's why I'm saying technologies. So Hadoop have many components: HDFS for storing, MapReduce for processing, Yarn for managing, and then Hive. All these things are there. Hive, Scoop, Pig. So I will give you an idea, like okay, what exactly they are. We are going to discuss the technologies which are used a lot today, right? A lot in detail. They will be MapReduce. Then we are going to discuss Hive and HDFS as well. Few technologies which are now not used. They are in some way being, I would say, replaced by other technologies. Of course, we will just have an intro for that because they will not be required in the overall your industry. One thing more, everyone, in this course, me and Chris sir, we have discussed and we have made sure that things which we will be teaching to you, that is going to be a lot related to what is used in the industry. So big data is a proper professional course. You have to make sure that your skills lie line to line with what is getting used in the industry so that it is very easier for you all to crack your interviews. Okay. So let me now move forward, everyone. Now, next is going to be Apache Spark. So Apache Spark is very, very important. You all must be aware of Databricks as well. All these things like the way we write the Apache Spark code, that is actually something which we will be focusing a lot. And we will be doing that on plain Apache Spark so that you can understand each and every optimization and complexity which is related to every execution or process in Spark. So let me move forward with that. As you can see, the architecture and the core concepts. So introduction to Apache Spark, Spark architecture overview, then execution model. We will first learn about RDDs, though they are still like not used that much, but it is very important to make sure that we are able to understand that why, what was the problem in this particular thing. Okay. Then again, transformations and actions in Spark, parallelism and partitioning. And again, introduction to Spark deployment. Like we will just understand how Spark is deployed on clusters using Mode, Yarn, and Kubernetes, all these things. Okay. Because PySpark is the way we write Spark code in Python. So Spark is a concept, and you can write your code in Spark using Java, Python, Scala, all these languages. Everyone, I hope my voice and everything is fine. Can I just get a quick confirmation? Great. Shiva will, oh, sorry, 1 second. Yeah, Dinesh will just check at your end once. Please make sure that your internet connection is pretty good. There should be fine. Okay. Great, everyone. So let me just quickly see if any doubt is there. So yeah, let us move forward. Okay, great. Then let's move forward, everyone. Now, data frames and structured data processing. And this I have shared with everyone. So please make sure that you have it opened, this whole syllabus, right? Data frames. Again, when we work on RDDs, the next one which we worked on are data frames. Then we have structured data processing with Spark. So we are going to take many examples and work and understand that, okay, what exactly happens? How are we able to write, or just by using SQL, how are we able to work on a Spark dataset? Okay, and how that is all basically distributed. So Spark, when you write the code, it works in the backend across clusters, right? So across multiple nodes. Again, this is just an intro. We will be seeing each and everything, so you don't have to worry on that. Okay. So moving forward, we have advanced data processing and optimization with Spark. So in Spark, what happens is that there are many things which can be worked upon. Data processing and optimization, like it is a very important thing. I have honestly myself spent uh, at least half an year in optimizing queries which were written at Goldman, and we got awesome results based on that. Just to give you an example, a thing which was taking 5 to 7 days to complete, by using the optimization, we were able to do that in around 3 to 4 hours. Okay, so this level of optimization can also be achieved if you understand your Spark code a lot in depth, right? So that again is very important, everyone. Now, let me move forward. Okay. And this, I'm just running around the syllabus, so don't worry. Like all these things, you can just quickly read about it. We will be covering them, of course, once we move forward. Every module we are going to cover once complete depth once we reach there with all the basics. Okay. So again, then Spark performance optimization and advanced tuning. Everyone, I will be taking the hands up. So when people who are raising the hands, will take that up towards the end. Okay, don't worry. You can just quickly have your things in the chat, and I will help that. Okay. Umesh, it will be Spark 3 only. Okay, Spark will be covered completely in Python, PySpark. Okay. How are we going to practice? Prashant, you can practice on Databricks as well as on Google Colab as well. Don't worry, we'll be showing you each and everything. We will see how we can practice on our local as well. Okay, so you don't have to worry on anything. Everyone, just to make it clear, we will be using Python. Okay, because many students are asking the prerequisites for Python only, and we will be using Python for Spark or for majorly anything in this course. So anything, any technology which we are learning, Python is going to be language which we are going to use. Okay. I hope that is clear. So, and Spark 3, the latest version, we don't have to go to Spark 2. That I have done some project in Spark 2, but yes, now Spark 3 is used, so we don't need to worry on that. Okay. Yes, Tarun, practice and assignments will be given. You don't have to worry on that. Assignments, I will be also giving you interview questions which are based on the concepts which we understand. So don't have to worry on those things. Everything will be covered with respect to that. Okay, cool. So let us now move forward, everyone. Let's now go to module 7. Here we are going to learn about NoSQL databases. Okay, and its comparison with SQL databases. Again, a very, very important concept because it is also used in other fields like development, and majorly you should have a very good knowledge that what exactly NoSQL databases are. When I say that big data is a professional course, this is what I mean, that the work which you do, that is a lot helpful in understanding the overall software engineering process, and technologies are used in other domains as well. So we will understand what exactly are NoSQL databases, why they came into picture, and their comparison with SQL databases. So we are going to see each and everything here. NoSQL databases, types of NoSQL databases. Then again, comparing NoSQL with SQL. 1 minute, yeah. And advantages of NoSQL databases, like what exactly is the advantage? Then use case for your overall NoSQL database, where we will see that, okay, where exactly can we use them and learn that how they have transformed the whole development process as well. Moving forward, MongoDB is the first NoSQL database which we are going to learn. Very important, forms a part of your MERN stack, and make sure that you know this thing pretty well because it is also used in your development process. As I said, I have personally worked with a startup where they were using just MongoDB for all their database needs. So you can just understand that how important that is in today's world, right? So MongoDB, I will be showing you each and everything from MongoDB website. You will be setting up your whole MongoDB server, like just a normal where you can write your queries. You can do each and everything just like you do on a SQL server. So, but yeah, we will go forward and understand the architecture as well, the MongoDB architecture, then CRUD operations, and basically MongoDB indexing and the performance. Okay. Moving forward, the next one is Cassandra, a very good database as well. Okay. So, and all these I will be teaching everyone. So no playlist or nothing. No, this is not a prerequisite. We will be covering this as part of the course. Okay. So if many people are asking for the playlist, you don't have to worry. This all is what we are going to cover in this course, right? Prerequisites, I talked earlier, that is Python and SQL. So don't make it complex. Don't be like, okay, let me study MongoDB basically before time only. No, I will be covering that. You don't have to worry on that. Okay. Then let's move forward. Again, everyone, introduction to Cassandra, the architecture, CQL, Cassandra query language, data modeling in Cassandra, and performance and scaling. As we have discussed, we will be focusing on performance part for each and every technology because I think that is something which makes you different from like when you interview. That is something which can set you apart from other candidates who just have a working knowledge of things. Like people know that yes, MongoDB is a NoSQL database. This is how you save the data. But what are the inbuilt things? What is the architecture? What are the performance things which you can get? All those things we will be discussing as well. So you are a lot confident in your interviews. Okay. Then next is the Hive, the inbuilt data warehouse, which is given on Hadoop. Okay. So it is again very, very important. It is also very important to set your other concepts right. We will be making sure that we understand the whole data warehouse concepts so that if tomorrow some other technology you have to use, you have that idea. Okay. So it is not that you are just limited your understanding to Hive. Each and every basic concept also we will be covering via this module. Now, Hive again is very, very important. We will see how we can set up Hive on our Hadoop cluster, the different data types in Hive, then creating strings and loading data into our Hive. Then again, advanced Hive features, partitioning, optimization, and performance tuning, going along with our mindset that everything which we cover, we should cover in a proper, in-depth manner. So we will see that, okay, how we can create our internal and external tables, serialization and deserialization. All these things are something which we will be covering. So let me move forward. Yes. Next is Kafka, architecture and core concept. So Kafka, many of you might be aware, it is used a lot nowadays for streaming data. I have personally used it to make a Copilot type interface in a company where it was getting used and was giving us awesome results. So from my use case, I will tell you that, okay, how exactly it is helpful in solving problems. So producer, consumers, this is based on PubSub architecture where you can just get by subscribing to a particular thing. So no worries, we will be covering everything. Kafka, again, architecture, producer consumer model, the offset management, replica fault tolerance. Like we will discuss things in depth so you understand each and everything, not just a basic idea. Then Kafka producer, consumer, and message formats. We will set it up. We will send up many requests. We will make sure that we understand why this architecture is used. And just like other things, it is also used a lot in the industry overall. So moving forward, we have then Spark streaming. Okay, so if you have to, let's say, this major thing comes into picture when let's say you make a payment, you immediately get a message. So the data is getting processed real time. That is where we will see that, okay, how Spark structures streaming. We can process the data real time with Kafka and Spark. So let's move forward. Next is Apache Airflow. Again, a very, very important tool. It's used a lot today. So orchestration and dependency management, we will be making pipelines. We will be seeing project here as well. Okay, where we will see that how exactly can you make those pipelines in data science use case. So again, everything which we cover, we will make sure that we cover the usage in other field as well. So you don't have to worry that, okay, what exactly is happening or is it just limited to this field? And that I can assure you because see, this is very, very important to set yourself apart from the competition. Okay. So Apache Airflow pipelines, everyone, we will be covering orchestration in big data, dependency management. All these are the subtopics which you can just see. Then again, architecture and components of Airflow, Airflow operators, the tag scripts, again, very, very important thing. And parallel task in Airflow. Great. So till now, everyone, we have actually covered what all as a part of syllabus is required, right? There is Snowflake as well. So we'll add that, but you don't have to worry. Snowflake, we will also be covering that. I have also said that Snowflake is something which I will include and we are going to cover because it is getting used a lot, right? Now we are going to jump to cloud computing. And why this separate, like why are we starting here? We will be using few things in cloud computing. I will be giving you an idea. But here is where we are going to start with Azure I will be telling you about cloud computing, what exactly it is, its benefit, and we will see each and everything about each and every cloud service provider. So for example, I will tell you that, okay, this is the Azure dashboard specifically. This is where you can log in. This is the different services which are of use to us, all these things, and learning about those services as well in depth, right? So everything for these services from the UI, we will understand and do mini projects in them. So you are a lot comfortable in working on them. Okay. So as you can see, overview of Azure global infrastructure. And one more thing, everyone, these things will be helpful when you sit for specific interviews. Let's say you sit for Azure cloud engineering engineer, right? So you should know things about Azure cloud as well. That okay, what is blob? Then what is hot tier? What is all these redundancy systems in Azure? So we will be covering them there. Okay. You don't have to worry. Like we have made sure that these kind of roles specific to a particular technology, they are also explained to you. So now we can go on Azure storage service. We can, as you can see, Azure storage overview. What is a blob storage, ADLS Gen 2, then storage tiers in Azure. All these things we will be setting up and understanding that what exactly it is, how it is different than other systems. Then moving forward, everyone, Azure Databricks, very important. As I said, Databricks, right? So we have to make sure that we understand how it is different from the normal Databricks offering. Azure Databricks, as you will see, I think I've covered that in the video as well, YouTube, but should be fine. We will make sure that we understand each and everything. We write optimized code here, which will be a lot helpful. So integrating, as you can see, Apache Spark with Databricks, pricings and everything, I will also be giving you an idea about. The reason for that is tomorrow, if you are talking about in any company, it becomes a lot impressive if a person is aware about the pricing things as well. Then next you can see as your data factory, everyone, for data orchestration. Okay, a very important tool which we will be using. And let's move forward. Yeah. Next is again advanced data factory, transformation monitoring and error handling. Again, first we will learn about what exactly a concept is. Then we will go to the next step through which we can handle the complex task in a particular technology. Okay. So taking a little break here, everyone. Let me see. AWS is already there, finished, so should be fine. Teachers on Delta Lake. Yes, that will be covered, Subhashi, so don't worry on that. Can you also attribute the syllabus module with a course week? Shubham, we will be taking the time. I will do that majorly every module. It will take 1 to 1.5 weeks, 1 to 2 weeks to complete. Okay, depending on each and every module. Setting up in respect to that week time, okay, that becomes a lot problematic because then I think we have to rush through it. As like we have taken multiple courses, right? So it is not the first line batch or anything. So I know that what many time it happens that some particular module students are taking a little bit more time. Okay, so, but you don't have to worry. We are well aware of the timelines and we will make sure that we complete it within the given and the promised timelines. So you don't have to worry on that. Okay. Will this also help in taking Azure data engineering? Yes, Hariharan. So if you get the basic idea, then surely you will be able to then read about that. And we will be discussing more than basics here. So you will be good to give any certification exam, though you will have to spend extra time from your end for sure. Okay, it is not that once you do this, you can just sit for the exam. No, you will have to make sure that you study for that specific exam and what all things are asked. But the basic things will be covered. Okay, so data modeling and system design, everyone, we will be covering as part of when we do the project. And system design, as I've already said, we will discuss architecture of a lots of project. Then you will see how these all technologies are falling into place, all these which we have discussed. You will be making those diagrams. LLD and HLD kind of system design, that is something different. Okay, so that is of course not part of the course. That separately is a 5-6 month course, honestly, where we discussed about different design patterns, then high level designs, different way we can make, let's say if you have to design Uber or if you have to design a URL shortener. These are different things in LLD and HLD. In system design, big data system design, we will be covering via projects because I believe that is the best. Like, what is a system? When you're doing a project, you create a specific thing, right? You create a specific system overall, then how you are going to solve it. So that is where all these things are going to get covered. And we have 5+ projects in this particular course, full end-to-end projects. Okay, so you don't have to worry on that. Okay, let me see anything else. Harishankar, again, Kafka and Airflow, we are going to understand the difference. Don't worry. As of now, I'm just going through the syllabus. Okay, as I said, don't just run through the things. We will cover everything in depth. So you don't have to worry on those things. Okay, cool. I think we can move forward. Just give me a second. Yeah. Great, let me move forward. Yes. Next, we are going to again, everyone, come to AWS. So the same philosophy, we are going to cover AWS in complete depth. We will first see what AWS is. Okay, scalable big data processing. Then AMR, we are going to cover again how we can get the cluster. This we will also see in Google, your GCP as well, Google Data Pro. So Google things I will be showing you in between when we are doing. And in the end, once the Azure and AWS part is done, we are going to cover GCP as well. Okay, the reason we are keeping it towards the end is because this is the overall, uh, I would say, this order in which it is getting used nowadays in the industry. So we also connected with many people in the industry, and we understand that okay, which cloud technologies are getting used the most. So Azure is a lot preferred, and you will see that once we use that, right? Then majorly it is AWS, and GCP is catching up. GCP is also pretty good, but yeah, it is something which is used. Out of these three, it is majorly used the least. But we will make sure that we are covering each and every one of them, telling you everything, how these are handled. So you don't have to worry on that as well. Okay, great. Yes, again, every Subhashish and everyone, I will be covering each and everything. How you're going to make how you're going to make a account. One very important prerequisites with respect to your make these clouds is a credit card. So everyone, please make sure that you have this. Again, I don't think it's difficult in today's age, right? We can easily get one for our Amazon purchase and Flipkart purchase. I am pretty sure that you can get one for just a 2 rupee transaction. You will not be charged more than that, provided you complete things in a specified timeline, because these cloud providers, they give you a practice time, right? So for example, I will be making sure that I cover Azure, and within a month, okay, I will tell you when you have to make an account so that you can use that 1 month very nicely. Okay, that 1 month properly, you are able to use. Then for AWS as well, we are going to start. I will tell you when you have to make the account so that you are in line and you can make sure that you are uh, not losing out on that free trial. Okay. Just as a good practice, please try have to have two credit cards. Again, not a very difficult thing to have. You can just ask any of your friends or anyone. A very good major reason we wanted professionals in this course. But yes, these things are required. Why specifically? Because we want to make sure that you do things as you will be doing in your job. It is very close to your real world experience. Okay. Is fintech like Visa, Mastercard use cloud services like Abhijit? We are going to discuss all these things. So, for example, I have worked at Goldman Sachs. There, the data was a lot confidential. So they are using two, like they were using their own cloud as well, and this public cloud providers as well. Okay. Great, everyone. So then next is AWS S3. So S3 is actually getting used a lot everywhere. Again, in development as well. S3, it is also a storage solution, a very good cost-effective storage solution. Then let us move forward. Then Athena and Glue. So again, for making your pipelines, we have Athena and Glue in AWS, just like we had Data Factory in Azure. So this is something which you are also going to understand. Introduction to each and every of these things, how we are going to set up Athena for querying data, then optimizing on Athena queries, then Glue, and using Glue crawlers as well, right? Then we are going to move to projects every month. So projects, you will see that we have tried to cover everything which we have learned in the course and doing projects for them. So big data ETL pipeline with Hadoop and Hive. So the very first basic one, we are going to use Hadoop and Hive to make a big data project. We maybe use some technology, for example, Hadoop. We can use any storage technology like we have ADLS Gen 2, and Hive, we can use a warehouse system. Okay. So all the objectives, all the outline, everything for the project is written, which you can go through. Then next is your real-time data processing. So first we talked about where we are going to handle the batch data, where we are going to handle data which is not real time, which is not having a use case of real time. Next, we are going to do what? Real time data processing. Okay. Then next one is data lakehouse with Azure Databricks and Data Factory. Here we will be actually doing two projects, everyone. So data in Azure. Okay, we will be doing multiple projects here so that you have an idea that how different problems are handled. Okay. And towards this, when we are going to attempt the projects, we will be a lot good. And one more thing, it is not that we are going to do these projects towards the end only. Once I teach you everything about Azure, we are going to take up the project. Okay, everyone. So you don't have to worry on that. It is not that we will be doing or covering these things towards the end. No. As and when I feel that class is now at a very good level to do or attempt a project, we will be doing that. Then moving forward, it is serverless data analytics, again, a project in AWS, so that you get an idea about each and every cloud and technology which we are going to use. So these all things, the way we have defined these projects, and it is not that, as I said, in Azure, we are going to do multiple projects. Similarly, in AWS, multiple projects. Just we are giving you an idea that what exactly are these projects. We are still in, so I'm connecting with multiple people in the industry and understanding the use case they solve and making project based on that. Okay. So that was all, everyone, with the project. I think, sir, we should be good to cover that. 1 minute. Yeah, just a minute, everyone. Yeah. So that was everyone with respect to project. Sorry, with respect to project and the course. Okay, I think this is the finish time. Yeah. And one more thing, so many students have doubt. Everything which we are going to use. So let's say all the codes I write, all the notes I make. So I will be making these handwritten notes. Why not PPT? I don't like PPTs. Okay. I will be writing this course only. So all these things we will be covering, and I will be providing you with each and everything so that it is helpful to you. I like you will be getting that in the resource section as well. So if we go and see the resource section, like in the courses, you are going to go to big data. There you are going to get that. And along with that, we are going to also, I am also going to upload the same on GitHub so that it is very easily accessible for all. So you don't have any issues whatsoever in accessing them. Okay. The course Dinesh is going to take easily 5 to 7 months. Yeah, I think that should be majorly things. If everyone is understanding each and everything, then we can cover it quickly as well. But that will depend once the course start. So I don't. That's why I'm saying timeline of 5 to 7 months because I want to make sure that each and every one of you are able to understand everything. Okay. Will we have homework after each session? Will be lots of things, Barfa, so you don't have to worry on that. I will be giving you interview questions, will be giving you queries, will be giving you some things which you can try on. And again, many things will be there. Okay. Can you please cover interview question? Yes, Abhijit, that will be covered, so you don't have to worry on that. Okay. Interview questions will be covered. Hari, you don't need to have a very in-depth idea about system design and computer architecture. That should be fine. Okay. It is not going to be a major problem. Okay. GPC Pushkaraj, as of now, it is not there. The project in GCP is not there. We will be covering the concepts of GCP. Projects as of now is in AWS and Azure only. Okay. Because majorly, as I said, GCP is used the least out of these clouds. And again, it is not just the question that if you want to do this thing, but what we will try if the time permits that we can maybe a project which we have done, we can try to do it in GCP, but yes, it is not there. Will project start from the first month itself? No, it should not. I will first make sure that you understand things and then you do the project. So doing projects in the first month in a course like big data, it doesn't make sense. Once you are comfortable with writing SQL queries, then I think it makes a lot of sense to do the project. Okay. Let me just quickly see system requirements to practice. Siva, a good computer, majorly we will be doing everything on cloud. Okay. But from a Mac perspective, I can say that a Mac M1 will suffice. From a Windows perspective, you should be good with any. 8 to 16 GB system. Okay, 4 GB one will be a problem. Processor, I'm not very updated with what all are the latest one, but a decent one will work. Where if you're opening, let's say, at least 15 tabs in Chrome, like I'm just giving you an idea, not that we will be opening 15 tabs, but yes, because see, what will happen is that we will be working on cloud. And on cloud also, sometimes things are required. They can get stuck. So it should not be a very old system for sure. Okay. And yeah, that should not be a problem. Are we going to do coding from scratch? Yes, Hari. So we will be covering each and everything properly. You don't have to worry on that. Okay. Linux, I will be teaching about the Linux and these commands. So yes, are you providing the lab to practice? No, Abhijit, everything on cloud. Okay. Jatin, I will suggest not to use the office laptop. Okay, will not be good. Like, see, the problem is that many things they might not be on, like they have some restrictions. So then you will come to me that I'm not able to log into Azure or I'm getting some issues in opening this particular website. So because of that, things office laptop generally is not preferred. The because I don't know that what things your office have limited, right? Everyone, are you able to see my screen? Yes or no? Vikram, please make sure that you check. Black screen should not be visible. Right now, I have opened this particular thing, so this should be visible. Okay. Yes, Mohammed, you will be able to understand with basics of this thing. From which month we will be able to sit in the interview. So once we go till this module, this part, once we start with the cloud and you do a simple project, you should be good to then start. So when we are till module 15, if you do each and everything, practice regularly, then you should be pretty good to start with your overall interviews. Okay. Vikram, please check at your end. I think everything is fine with respect to the video, audio, and the screen. Okay, so pretty tested out setup. I have taken multiple, at least 1,000+ hours of sessions here, so should be fine. Aditya, again, learn Python. Okay, there is nothing specifically for data engineering interviews. Few things which we will be covering. If you don't know, again, don't make it complicated. First, learn the basics of Python as we have discussed. If anything, and I have covered each and everything there in proper depth. Okay, make sure that you cover OOPS as well in a lot depth because that will be helpful in projects. But yes, may first learn Python as and when we progress, you can just keep on learning things. Okay. Yes, Shubhashish. So this concept should be more than enough for the transition. You can just check out anywhere. These things are more than enough, which are required for you to crack any interviews, provided you do these things properly. Okay. So these all are very, very important. Machine learning concepts, no, Mohan. We are not using MLab or any other library. So machine learning concepts are not covered. Like they should not rather be. Big data is a completely different field. And as a big data engineer, it's fine if you don't know about machine learning, honestly. Okay. Okay, it's good if you know, but then again, it's not a prerequisite. Alpha, I would suggest that you can revise these concepts. Okay, they are going to helpful. Things else I will going to share in depth, all the other things. So yeah, big data is more important than machine learning nowadays. It is not comparable like that. But yes, the thing is that big data is very much used nowadays as well because data is getting generated a lot. And next thing after handling those data is to apply machine learning, AI, and all these things on that. So both are used. Like it is not that one or the other. In terms of requirement, I think big data will have more requirements. But then all software engineers, if they are working as a in a company, they might get exposed to big data, and they are good to take those positions as well. Okay. Do you suggest using MacBook or Windows? I will be using MacBook. I don't think uh, this thing should be a problem. Like, for example, I have done this thing on a, like, see, we are using cloud majorly, right? So they are the same. It doesn't matter. Yes, Anirudh. So at least 3.5 months till you're ready for interviews. Okay. Chandrasekhar, there are lots of places and use case where ML and big data are used. Okay. So once you have cleaned your data, then is where you apply those machine learning concepts. But yeah. Okay. From data perspective, we will be covering different types of data, Manokaran, but see, one thing is there. And everyone, one thing more, so I will just set that and explain that as well. I will be majorly focusing on the chat. Okay, Q&A I take between the breaks, right? So I think many people are asking on the Q&A as well. But sorry, I was not seeing that because for me, multiple windows, it becomes a problem, right? 1 minute, let me see the questions. From data perspective, yes, Manokaran. So we will be covering majorly, see everyone. Okay, just let me cover this thing. Majorly, we all the things which we do, right? In big data, 90% of the time we are working on structured or different kinds of data. It is very less images or videos. I will try to include a project, but in the industry as well. You will see that in big data, you are handling logs, JSON, SQL tables, NoSQL data. That is what you majorly honestly work on. Okay, many people have this doubt that in big data, you will be working on videos or images every time, something like that. No, that honestly is very less work. Okay, and companies will not be grilling you on that as well. Okay. Okay, let me see once again. Lots of questions are okay. Let me just go back. Let me see that. I think sir is also back, so we can just sir. I think I can take the questions afterward as well if anything is there. Should be good to
Yeah,
discuss.
we'll we'll keep some specific time to probably cover all the questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope everybody is got clarified. Now we'll allow you to talk. Don't worry. But I hope with respect to the syllabus and all, yeah, we'll help you in LinkedIn optimization, resume building, everything as such. Right now, let me just talk about one very important thing, that is brand building. Okay. Now,
Will be stop share.
just a second, because this is the most important one. Just a second. Okay, just give me a quick yes if you are able to see my screen. Black screen, right? Mike, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. It's visible.
Black screen.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So quickly, I will just try to revise each and everything what you have said till now. Okay. So regarding the batch, already I've specified from 21st December 2024, we are starting this. This is going to go till 6 months mostly, where we will cover everything, you know, probably everything in big data. Prerequisite is Python and MySQL. Already this playlist has been given or added in your dashboard. Okay, all the pre-recorded videos. So you can probably go ahead and refer it. Okay. Coming to the next one, the timing of the session will be between 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. IST. Okay. So we will start the class at 8 a.m. We'll complete it till 11 a.m. and then we'll be taking the doubt clearing session. Okay. Now, course dashboard access will be sorry, 1.5 years. Okay. From the day you basically enroll. Since we are trying to cover the course in 6 months, so you have sufficient amount of time to probably study and crack any kind of jobs. Okay. Additionally, what we are basically going to do is that we, after every month, we'll also conduct some kind of hackathons. Okay. Now, this hackathons will be conducted in your group, and there will be some rewards. Right. Rewards can be cash prize. It can be goodies. Right. And then I'm also planning to probably hire some people from your group. Okay. Hire professionals because I have some use cases that I really want to work. So hire professionals, around 5 to 6 uh, interns that I will try to hire, and then we will try to convert them as 2 to 4 full time. Okay. So right now this is the plan. Okay, because I also want to implement something. We also want to create a group with respect to this, so that we will be able to do this task. Okay. And again, all these interns, all these full-time people, they will be led by Mayank only. Okay, with respect to all this kind of work. Okay. Now, many people also have this particular problem, that is course certificate. Okay. So they are saying that, Krish, do we get any course certificate? The answer is no. No course certificate. Why do you think I'm not providing any course certificate over here? Did I build anything in this big data world? Like, who am I to probably say that, hey, you are big data certified? Who am I to probably say? Your entire skills, your entire skills is very important, right? Unless and until, okay, fine, you are trying to clear the certification from AWS or GCP or Azure, right? If you want to probably go ahead and clear here, because they have their entire huge infrastructure, right? Where probably they have their own big data platform where they can specifically use. Getting these certifications can be important, not getting certification where Krishnak is basically saying that, hey, you are big data certified. Who am I? You know, uh, so I don't want to give you that false knowledge, or probably you may be also going in other companies to just get this certifications and all. I don't believe this. What I believe is that I can just say you that, hey, you are skills ready, right? You are big data skills ready. Okay, I cannot say that, hey, you are certified, and I don't believe in certification itself. Yes, further going ahead with respect to all the knowledge that we are trying to provide, you can clear this certifications. Okay, that are valid in the market. In case of data science and all, I feel there is no certification as such. You know, um, yeah, AWS, GCP, Azure. So we are trying to cover almost each and everything. Now, clearing the certification, I feel, is that they'll just ask you multi-choice questions and all, which you can probably go ahead and write it out. But still, with respect to the course certification, I feel your skills is very important. What you specifically learn, what kind of projects you are specifically building. Okay. Now, the next thing over here is with respect to the most important thing is your branding. Okay, is your branding. Okay, recently, I think in X, right, in Twitter, right, there was one person who posted some new features related to Zomato, right, and he provided some suggestions. Do you remember this? And suddenly, from this particular suggestion, the CEO of Zomato said that, hey, we would like to hire you. Right. So nowadays, everybody is specifically active in LinkedIn and Twitter. My main thing is that if you really want to help yourself have a very good brand, you should start sharing your knowledge. Okay. Sharing your knowledge to the world. To the world. Okay. Do you know how many years of experience I have in this data industry field? I have somewhere around, I started my career in 2011. Now 15 years. I'm about to probably complete 15 years, right? Probably December, I think I've completed, yes. December 16th was when I probably started, right? For the first 9 years, I was only involved in work. Okay, in work, in companies. I was building products. I was working in different technologies, from big data to data science to machine learning to each and everything. I was specifically working. But here, hardly none of them knew me, right? Throughout the world, none of them knew me, right? The normal process of me switching a job or getting a hike was to actually do good work or go ahead and clear the interviews. Clear the interviews. This was the normal process. But what did I do? Something different in 2018. I started my YT channel. I started sharing knowledge in LinkedIn, right? Sharing knowledge in LinkedIn, right? I started, doing consulting work, consulting work. I started participating in open source projects. I started participating in uh, forums, discussion forums, right? So all these things I was able to do. Now see, in 2024, where am I? And I did this work very much regularly, right? Now in 2024, where am I? And trust me, in every year, as I went and did this specific work, right? I have got lot of opportunities, right? Not only this, I did consulting. I did offline teaching. I went in different forums, right? I remember Krishna coming to my previous company, Mu Sigma. Yes, I had probably been over there for 5 days offline trainings I have done and all. So I have got a lot of opportunities, right? Now if you're thinking, Krish, just one stable job will be fine, right, in this amazing world where every new day new things are basically coming up, right? I suggest no. Okay, please make sure that you be up to skills. You try to look for more and more opportunities, and more opportunities will only come when everybody around the world knows you. You know, when everybody around the world knows you. So this is really important. We will be focusing on your branding, right? On your branding. Now, what is exactly branding? You start sharing your knowledge. I'll give you one very good example. Just a couple of months back, I just did a consulting work. Okay. I did a consulting work, and this specific work required my 8 hours effort. 8 hours effort, now, this was basically for a company itself. We had to probably go ahead and set up some vector database and probably develop a solution. How I don't had to do the code. I did not had to do the coding. I had to probably talk about how they can actually build it in a scalable way. For this much effort, I was really paid a huge amount of money, right? So if you are good at something, you will definitely get lot of opportunities. Okay, opportunities. Now, why do you think I get this kind of opportunities? Okay, why do I get this kind of opportunities? Because companies, people, managers, architects knows me that I'm probably sharing this kind of stuffs in YouTube. They know me, I'm building some kind of applications, right? So that is the same thing that you really have to do. I hope that does that make sense, everyone? Does that make sense? Yeah. You can see, right, if you probably see my first video till now, every day I probably keep on exploring new things. I keep on doing new things. Now I have I get so much of work, I'm not able to devote that much time also. You know, in a day, probably I get so many calls from different companies. Krish, come and do this, come and do that. Nowadays I'm just working in this bigger brands. I'm working with Nvidia, I'm working with AWS, I'm working with GCP, I'm working with data stacks. So all these brands I'm specifically working. Okay, how I am able to get this kind of work? Because they know that I have this kind of information, I'm sharing that information and all, right? So you really need to focus on these things. No office politics. You try to focus on more of your learning, what you're building, what you're sharing with other people and all. That is the most important thing. Okay, don't care what your friend is doing, what your friend is basically saying and all. Try to find out more opportunities, what you can really do. Focus more on your brand. Your brand is the most important thing, right? Your brand. If someone says Krish Naik, many people know about Krish Naik. Okay, data science is the first thing that will come. AI is the first thing. Generative AI is the first thing that will come. So if I probably call your name, someone should know, hey, this guy is probably an expert in doing this space, right? So can you please help us to start branding? Yes. So to start branding, what you really need to do, you have to keep on sharing knowledge in LinkedIn and all the other platforms, GitHub and all. And please don't forget to tag me, Mayank. And it's like, if I really like your post, what you're specifically writing. I've seen many people, when I probably talk about branding, right? What they do is that they take my material and they directly post it in their LinkedIn. Just imagine. Okay. Whatever material I've written over here, they'll take a screenshot and they'll try to post it and they'll say that, hey, I've learned this, I've learned that. No, it's your learning. What additional thing you're doing? You write this, you probably create a materials, you write blogs, you create videos. There's so many things that you can probably do. Trust me, when some people start acknowledging, but now everyone is exposed to the knowledge base, then what to share on social media? New use cases, Anubhav, new use cases, right? It's not the same thing. Today I can probably develop some amazing use case, I can share it, right? A use case that can be used by companies, a use case that can be talking about new open source tools, a new use case which will be a kind of end-to-end project which no one has actually thought of. I'm not saying that, hey, just talk about, write a sentence from chat GPT and post it. No, it's like how you're building that end-to-end product. Once anybody likes it, they will try to contact you. They'll try to do this. So can you promise, like from today onwards, after the session, you try to share your own knowledge? Don't probably copy my things and probably post it. Let's say today, Mayank is talking about big data. He's shared one topic. You talk about a specific use case, how that particular tool can be used, how that particular framework can be used. Okay. So, do you make a promise from today onwards? You'll start sharing things and you will focus more on your branding. Just give me a quick yes or no. Yeah. I will be helping you out with the way. I'll be trying to push your post, your repost your posts everywhere out in the world, right? So that people get to know it. I don't want to just keep it for my all the fame and name to me or Mank, right? I want everybody to grow. This is the world of growing. It is the internet era world. So just try to do the best that you can probably do it, right? So that is the most important thing. Okay. So I think I've covered almost each and everything. So let's see like how much you will be focusing more on the brands and self branding. That is the most important thing, guys. No one can replace you. You have to keep yourself in such a way that you are irreplaceable. I'm not saying that if you are irreplaceable, become a chat GPT or AI tool expert. I don't want you all to do that. But try to focus more on building applications, learning how to build things in a scalable mode and all. Okay. It can be a UIT channel, LinkedIn. Try to share as much as you can, and I've already created a discussion forum. You can share over there things, you can talk about providing feedbacks and many more things, right? Okay, perfect. So till here everybody clear? Now we'll start the doubt clearing, and uh, we can start the doubt clearing. You can just raise your hand, and we will allow you to talk. If you have anything, you can just um, do these things. So, Mayank, would you like to take one by one question? You can allow person to talk, and we can start, I
Uh,
guess.
yes, sir. We can take it one by one. I will
Yeah,
just unmute people, and yeah, they can
yeah.
do. So, Ibrar, you can unmute yourself and ask the question. Ibrar, you're not audible. I think you just unmuted yourself, but still not audible.
Sir, I'm audible.
Now you're audible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Sir, actually, I want to ask the one question.
Mhm.
Firstly, I have the Azure account, but the credit is finished. All credit is finished. So I
Mm.
have to add one more email ID. Means-
Yes, you will have to create a new one because see, if you take it to pay as you go, then you will incur cost. And I think it's better. Not don't create as of now, everyone. Humble request, don't create Azure account as of now. What I will suggest is just leave that account, create a completely new one, and then basically based on when we are going to start that particular topic, and when I ask you all to create as your account then. Okay. So
Okay.
I don't want that you incur cost because of that.
And it is necessary to have a credit card, or it will be good in debit card also. Okay, because earlier
Credit
I
card is better because it works everywhere. You can just go to Azure website and AWS. See, each and everything has a different requirement. So just go to Azure and AWS and you will see those things. Okay,
okay, okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
cool. Mm, okay. Uh, Ibrar, you can just have your hand down as well. So everyone who I've talked to, please make sure that you keep your hands down after that. Syed, you can talk now. Hello, Syed.
It's okay. You can go with the next person,
Yeah,
Mayank.
we know that. Mohammed Ajmal, you can talk now.
Uh, y- Hello, am I audible, sir?
Yes, yes, you're audible.
Okay, so I mean, related to this Azure Databricks, so can you give something on that in conjunction with how it is basically working with the GenAI stuff? Little bit combination of Azure Databricks plus GenAI.
So Azure Databricks, Mohammed Ajmal, overall, it's a platform where you can write code and it like Databricks is actually created by creators of Spark only,
Mm-hmm.
right? So what they are doing, what they are providing you is that they are giving you a platform through which you can easily write the code for doing your big data processing, for using your ML, for using they give you everything. Like they give you
Mm-hmm.
hardware as well,
Yep.
they give
Yeah. Yeah.
you optimized software as well. Okay, all the libraries, everything is supported.
I mean,
And
I'm asking some just kind of some use case, kind of a GenAI use case using kind of obviously data need, right? Data is needed
Mhm.
along with data bricks actually.
No, see, you are getting confused again. It's a tool which you are going to use, right?
Mm-hmm.
So on Databricks, it's just a tool.
Yeah.
Use case, see, use case can be like, okay, you are using GenAI to, let's say, create a Q&A chatbot, right?
Correct. Mm.
Now, for doing that, we are able to use your Azure Databricks. Okay, so it gives us all the things. You can write the code there. It gives you compute resources as well. Okay, so that you can test it out. You can see that, okay, how exactly it's going to work. And it provides you all the library support and optimized work as well. So that is where Azure Databricks as a tool is used. Okay,
Correct.
it is not that uh, this specific use case can be done just by using Azure Databricks. No, it's a tool which you use to basically do anything which you need. So
Yep.
Databricks is needed in that. And we are going to cover Databricks in depth. Majorly, we are going to cover it for big data use case for
Mm-hmm.
which it was initially created. Okay, so Databricks was created for optimized Spark in
Correct.
reality.
Yep.
Now, that concept, like the see, again, the thing comes that it helps in distributed processing, right?
Correct.
So those cases, of course, are very helpful in GenAI as well. So that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
where we will see. But yes, we are going to cover it with respect to big data specifically. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that is what I wanted to know. Yeah, a little bit kind of combination with kind of recent trends. You mentioned
Also,
something kind of in your kind of real world project. You somewhere integrated GenAI use cases with Kafka stream
yes.
processing.
Yeah.
So I mean, I mean, what you did actually, we wanted to hear something. I wanted to hear something on
So
that.
just like you have a Copilot window, you have a Chat GPT thing, right?
Correct.
So what I did was that it was a proper project which was getting used by lots of companies. Like I did that as part of my employment and Mindtickle, where we and it was used by many companies, like Cisco, Henkel, and like Ola, all these companies. So
Hmm.
they are the clients. I created a system through which you can create assignments, courses, and these things. So these are all the offerings which the company used to give. Okay, using just your chat interface. So let's say, for example, I'm taking this class now. Now, you can say tomorrow that, hey, this was the class which was taken, and I want to create an assessment on this so that the students can take this particular thing. And it was a live chatbot, right? So you can send a message, then if something is wrong, then it will respond to you. And it was honestly 1.5 years back. So you can think that at that time it was not all matured. So we did a lot of POC on Hugging Face. Then I coded each and everything in different languages, like there were multiple things involved, and then finally, we integrated ChatGPT to give a very good end-to-end user experience. So
Yep.
this was the overall project which I did. Again, I've just simplified it a lot down.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is
Sure.
using a lots of technologies because like it was a proper project in an industry setting with production grade code. Okay, so that was the use case in a very simple term which I did.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Looking
Mhm.
forward for the course. Thanks.
Sure, no worries. Okay, Anubhav, you can talk now.
No, you're right.
Yeah, you're audible. It's a little low though.
Hello, hello. Yeah, thank you, Mayank and Krish. I would like to know about the Microsoft Fabric. That is a new entering the town. I mean,
Yes.
companies are rotating
Mhm.
nowadays a lot. Even in my company also, I mean, initially the PUC was roaming around the Databricks, but now everything is commented around the Fabric. So, are you
Mhm.
covering that part as well, the Fabric?
So no, see, what the problem Anubhav there is that if you will try, like I have done that, okay, I have actually used Fabric, but that was from a different account altogether. If you will try to sign up on Fabric, it will not like it is not letting me use the personal account. Okay, I use it actually as part of a company, and what we are though going to do is that Azure Fabric, as you know, it's an end-to-end tool only, right? So we are going to learn all those tools. Like for example, Azure Synapse is there, right? Actually, Fabric now is something which they are saying that Synapse instead of Synapse, use Fabric because
Mhm.
it has more features, right? So Synapse, if you will see, it has all the interface and everything of Data Factory. It is basically combining each and everything, right? And on top of that, they have given BI tools and other things. So we are going to use them. Okay, as I mentioned in the course. So Synapse also we are going to cover. Fabric, it is not letting me, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon. So all of you will face that issue, right? You are not able to access that using personal account. So yeah, it's going to be a problem, and it was not as part of the course, but because we will be covering other technologies, and in Microsoft, if you have used Azure even a bit, you will know that the use case remains the same. Like let's say in Azure Synapse, if you know Data Factory, you can just use it as it is. Like it is not a learning curve then. So we'll be learning those specific individual technologies through which you will be good to even work in Azure Fabric directly. So it should be fair.
The other question that is not directly relevant to this, but that is about the Airflow. So Airflow we are using for the scheduling part. So can it be treated as a replacement for Jenkins? I mean, I'm not very sure on that part, but can it be replacement? Because I have a script, I have a file. So I want to
Mhm.
automate it to some
Yeah.
pipeline. So Jenkins is making some trouble for me. So may I use Airflow for that part?
Jenkins, see, both are used for automation and your orchestration only, right? So both are used for that, but Airflow majorly is used for your workflow automation, okay, and your basically orchestration. So we use that majorly in your data pipelines, okay. In the context of ETL, you must be aware, right? Extract, transform, load, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But Jenkins, and I have used Jenkins actually, so it was used in Goldman and other companies as well. Jenkins is a very popular tool, honestly. So it is used for your CI/CD use case. Okay, so you're building testing whenever you are pushing some code. Jenkins is doing that all things, whereas Airflow is a little bit different. So they are doing automation and orchestration. That is good, but Airflow we will be using a lot in your data related these things, and Jenkins you will be using a lot on your CI/CD for your code which you write. So just as an example, I have actually triggered, I think, thousands of Jenkins pipeline because, as I said, in 3 years in Goldman, any change we are making, we had Jenkins basically configured, where every change used to run through that, then test used to run. Then finally, we were told that if we are good for deployment and things, but yes, that is where Jenkins is used. So same thing, different use cases. Okay.
Got it. So why the problem is facing? Because everything is set up on the on-premise server, right? And Jenkins
Mhm.
sometimes, if I want to expose it the CD pipeline, right? So
Mhm.
sometimes it gets exposed to the public environment, and I mean the company policy states that it cannot be done so. So even then, for the GitHub part also, no, I mean we are forced to use our internal Git server setup. So
Mhm.
nowadays, I mean, you might be aware of this OneDev. OneDev is also a very popular tool, you know.
Mhm.
So OneDev.io. So that is like a
Okay.
replacement of it, right? So there we are using it for the complete CI/CD action as well, right?
Mhm.
So I mean, couple of challenges are there, and that is how we are learning those things. So yeah, that is it from my side. Thank you.
Okay. Cool. Data problem, no worries. Sayed, you can unmute yourself now. Hello, Sayed. Suganya, you can unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yes.
Actually, I'm from the non-technical field. That is, I have 11 years of experience in technical writing.
Okay.
Actually, from the last month onwards, I thought to do a career transition in data science. As a
Mm-hmm.
non-technical person, I can wherever we can see that is we can switch a role from non-technical to data science. But actually, when yesterday night only I have enrolled for this course. When I seen the Krishnaik Academy is conducting a course, immediately I jumped and enrolled for this course. So actually, before I don't have any idea about the big data engineering because most probably the people who are in data field or else the people who are in who knows the technical who are in another coding field they are only switching to big data as of my knowledge. So it is okay for me to switch into this role and then it is okay for me to catch the knowledge of this. That is my first question on this because actually I don't have an idea to switch into data engineering. Actually, I was planned to take a career transition into data science.
Okay.
So, what's your opinion? And then, anyhow, I'm so happy to join in the Krishna X Learning Academy. that is why I was enrolled this course. And then even you can check that is yesterday night 11:30 only I was enrolled for this course. So I want to check your opinion and then what is your thought, and then I would like to get some positive words from the Krishna also.
No, thanks a lot for that, Sukanya. First thing, I will just share my views on this. See, data engineering and big data engineering, like again, data engineering, after that, it's a step upwards. Big data engineering is a step upwards data engineering. It requires coding. Like, it is not something which I can say that, okay, it is something in which you can make a career without coding. That is not possible. You rather will have to write a lots of code, many pipelines and things you have to handle. Okay. So if you're from non-tech, you have to put in that extra effort. So for example, it's fine that, okay, till now you didn't know coding. Now I will expect that you are doing all these things. Yeah. So now I will expect that you are making sure that you are coding. So we have shared the Python playlist. Do it end to end. Make sure that if you have any questions, you can just comment and we can help you with that. But first, you will have to get idea about coding. Next thing, when we cover each and everything here, there will be topics or things which you might not be a little aware of as compared to someone who is coding or who is in the tech field. So you will have to spend that extra effort instead of getting demotivated. Instead of being like that, okay, what is it? Make sure that you quickly Google it up, chat GPT it up, whatever. But you have to make sure that you put in that extra effort, and that will surely be required because if you understand, you have some gap to fill, and that gap can be filled by extra effort.
Yeah, sure.
So if you do that, big data engineering can be done. Yes, for sure it can be done. Interviews also, then we will have to focus a lot how we can showcase and tailor your CV. So surely we'll be doing that. Should not be a problem. And along with that, once you do that, then you will be a very good base, or you will be set up for learning about data science and things as well. Because after cleaning and doing all this data engineering stuff, that is where data science starts. And many companies, very small level companies, they look for people who are good end to end. Like they are able to get the clean data and everything. They know these tools as well, and then they can apply and get the insights, right? So those end-to-end kind of projects. Now why I know that, because I have done those projects, because I started my career as a software developer with a lots of knowledge, research work and everything in deep learning and machine learning concepts, right?
Mm.
And then of course I established and just explored that into AI and things. But yeah, that is the major things which you will have to focus and put in the effort to. If you do that, surely it will be doable, not a major problem, honestly.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah.
And the one more thing that is, you already mentioned, right? We could not use the office machine, and then yes, of course, we have some restrictions to use the such tools or something. So, can you provide the system requirements to buy or configure the machine?
Office machine is of course a little bit less preferred because I don't know what all they have uh, allowed or not allowed on your PC. And from an individual company perspective, it will be difficult to solve. For the machine, honestly, from Mac, M1 or any M chip will work. Okay, that is what I'm aware of. For Windows, at least 8 GB. Processor, you can just look it up. I'm not very updated on the processor side, that what exactly are the latest processor running. But as I said, any processor which can easily handle, say 15 to 20 open tabs on Chrome. Okay, like not that we will have to open that. I'm just giving you an idea that what kind of a level of processor it should be. Though you will be seeing the videos, okay, and we will be writing either on Collab or let's say on any cloud platform. They also, of course, require some level of processing, right? So, like not processing, they will not be doing it on your laptop, but yes, you will be needing that. So a basic one will work there. Okay, I think she dropped. Right. Tiklesh, you can just unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hi, Mayank. Hi, Krish. I had question key. When to use and what size are we talking about when where Spark will be needed and can't be done by pandas or Fireduck. Also, if we don't have access to big data, how are we going to implement those things?
Okay, see, that is where I think a major doubt comes into picture. Big data, you have to understand things, right? See, what happens is that when you're writing code on pandas, okay, and when you're writing code on Spark, It is not that you will be changing the way you write. See, if we are solving a big data problem, okay, just I will give you an example, okay, from my use case. When I was solving a problem on big data, okay, and let's say that data was actually in TBs, it was not that I was working on that TBs of data at a time. And that I'm talking to you about a very good problem. Like it was a proper financial problem at Goldman Sachs, where we were dealing with every day, let's say TBs of data and stuff. I was still working on a very small data. Okay, I was just seeing that, okay, how exactly I will be able to solve that problem. I always say this, you never solve big problems. You always solve small problems and then scale it up. So you never make a system for directly, let's say, 1 million users. You make it for 1,000 users and then scale it up. So when you are solving this thing, right, when you're solving a particular problem, we will see that how exactly the technology and stuff we are going to use. And in the projects as well, we are going to use them, which via which we will be using big data technologies and handling that using all those, like let's say when you write code in Spark, you know that it's going to run via different on different machines, on different clusters and everything. Honestly, if you just load a 1 TB data set to your Spark, sorry, to your any cloud, and you run it or you try to run on it, you are easily going to just get a thousand or like thousands of bills. Okay, so that is something which we also have to take care of, right? We will make sure that you understand where the problem is coming in. And though the data will, of course, be a little smaller, but we are going to solve with big data concepts and big data architecture in mind. So it is not that we will be solving it, let's say, with pandas only. No, that is not going to be our aim. Our aim is to make sure that you understand each and every of these big data technologies and the code you are writing and the pipeline you are building. Right now, you might be handling, let's say, some MBs or maybe a GB of data, but tomorrow we will be sure that it can handle TBs of data as well. And we will see those optimization, okay, and that increase in, let's say, performance by doing those operations. So it is not that you will be working directly on PBs of data. Not possible, will be a lot expensive as well from a cloud thing. Your local laptop will surely fail. Cloud, you will just pay thousands if you like easily. If you just load the data and keep it in your data lake, you will just incur thousands of cost. But I will be showing you that why this particular project, this particular implementation, it works for a big data solution. Okay,
All
I
right.
hope that is clear.
Yes.
I can just give you an idea as well for the cost, everyone. So, and why it is not possible and why it is not doable. In a company I was working, like they were, like, see, again, it was for lots of things, but they were paying 1 million cost a month for your this thing, for your cloud AWS bill, right? And at least 50 to 60K dollars they were going for your big data use case where we were storing the overall data and everything. So you can imagine if I just go for TBs of data and make you work on that, it's lot money which will be you have to pay on cloud as well. Okay, but as I said, we will be making sure, and that is based on my experience, we will be solving those things the way you would have done in industry only. Okay, any other doubt, Kesh? Hello.
No, thanks.
Okay, Syed, you can talk now.
Hey, Mayank.
Hi.
So my question is like, so do we cover any topics on data warehousing concepts in general? Like
Hive
we
is there.
discussed on Snowflake.
Yes, yes, we are going to cover Hive, which is the uh, most generic thing which is provided by our Hadoop and used a lot. Snowflake we will be covering, then we will be covering these data warehouse things in your clouds as well. Okay, all data warehouse things, everything we are going to cover.
Thanks. Thanks.
People who have talked to, please have your hands down, will be helpful. Akhil, you can unmute yourself now.
Yeah, hi, Mayank, hi, Krish. So unfortunately, I missed the first hour of the section because I'm not based in India, so it's 3 hours, 4 hours back, so it's early morning here. So I just have a couple of questions. The first thing is I just want to know where can I ask the questions in between the class if I have got any doubts.
Uh, the chat. Okay, I'm very active on chat and I make sure every question is answered there.
The
I
chat
will
in the website or the webinar chat?
the Zoom chat which you see on
The
the
Z-
bottom.
Yeah, webinar chat.
Webinar
The
chat, I
webinar
think.
chat. Okay, okay. Because I can't see anyone else chat there. So
No,
it's
no, no.
like
We don't
private.
want to see. I and Mayank can see everybody's chat, but I don't
Oh,
want
okay,
you all
okay.
to see others' chat so that you don't get disturbed. No?
Yeah.
So
Sure,
that is the
sure,
reason.
sure. Okay. Thank you.
So yeah, we are able to see all
so
the message. Yeah.
right, right. And the next question is like, are we covering PySpark in the course?
Yes, we are writing all the code in PySpark only, right?
Everything in
Completely in
PySpark.
PySpark. Yes, yes.
We will
PySpark.
write the
Oh,
code
okay.
in PySpark only. So when we say Spark with Python, it is nothing but PySpark.
PySpark.
Right. Okay. So, what level of SQL will be covering in this course? Like, are we going to do everything in PySpark, or we will also be doing SQL as well for?
There is a Spark SQL, which in which we write SQL queries to interact with your
Right.
data. Okay, so SQL will be required there, and it is required at an intermediate level. So not just basic things like don't do
Right.
just basic CRUD queries or something in SQL and say you know SQL. Try to go a little bit deep with window function and stuff and understand that what all things you can do on SQL, the aggregation function and all these things, they will also be required. So
Right.
that is
Got
the
it.
level of SQL I'm expecting because it will be needed in Spark SQL and it will be needed in when we do projects on diff or let's say normally as well when we are going to get the data, SQL will be required there.
Okay. Right. Got it. Got it. Also, just last question, last one more doubt. So, Spark is like a framework, right? It's like similar to Hadoop. It's like what it does is when we write a particular code on Spark on Databricks, Sparks does the backend work of that, right? Like the compute, allocating the resources. Am I
We
right?
can actually push Databricks out of the picture. Spark
Mhm.
is a standalone architecture or technology. Databricks was created by owners of Spark, where they gave you a platform where it is more optimized and few other things which they are handling. Spark, majorly, you can think of that it is used for processing your data. So, for example, HDFS is for storing, right? Or
Right.
S3 and all these things. Spark is where you work on your data. And it is optimized or written in such a way that it can work in a distributed manner as well, right? So you are going to write a code on a single computer. You will not have
Right.
any idea, but in the backend, the way it is done, it is good to even code the same thing on 100 computers. And you don't have to change even a thing on your total thing on your PC. We are going to see the Spark UI, the Spark logs, how the caching works. All these things we are going to see in depth. Okay.
Right. Right.
So you will get an idea. But as an end user, it doesn't matter if you're writing the code on a single machine or hundreds of machine. Few things are there, but you can just you don't have to worry on that. But yes, that is what Sparks empowers you to do, and it is for processing.
Okay. So the storing part is separate. The processing part is done by the Spark.
Yes,
Okay.
storing part is separate, and the good thing is Spark works with all your storing part. Like data can be anywhere as compared to MapReduce, and that is why now MapReduce is not used, and Spark is something which everyone is using.
Okay. So when you mean by data can be anywhere, it's like it can be in cloud, can be in Azure, AWS,
Yes, so
any
yeah, that's
storage
the thing
system.
with
Okay.
Spark. Yes, it supports data which is across location. Like it is able to read data in those multiple formats, so it gets plugged in very well in your big data architecture overall. Okay, so
Okay.
that's where Spark comes into picture.
Got it. Sure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so
No
much.
worries, no worries. Funny, you can talk now.
Uh, Hey, hi, Mayank and Krish. Thanks for giving me the opportunity. So, I have some experience, around like 15 plus years of experience and on the data side itself, but I was never focusing on one cloud. Um, you know, so and like it's like jack of all trades, but master of none. So I joined this course specifically to gain more knowledge, especially from the project implementation point of view, because in real-time projects, right, it's like from YouTube or from any course, right, we can understand the concepts, but the real-time experience matters. Like the mainly I have questions like as part of this course, when we are implementing any architectures, be it batch processing or real time, do you also cover any frameworks? Because that's every project, like they use some kind of a metadata driven ETL framework or some kind of a ingestion frameworks, right? So do you cover that?
Yes, Funny. So the way we will be doing projects, and you will get a hint of that. We have a video which will be coming soon on YouTube also to give you an idea. But the way we will be doing projects, each of these technologies, frameworks, we have learned. We will be pushing that and we will be using that. Along with that, we will see that what other things which we have. So it will actually be like based on my experience and based on our learnings. So we will be starting with the data properly and making those pipelines in a manner as you would be doing in industry. Of course, few things can be different based on what technologies your team uses or your company prefers. But as I said, major focus is on basics. So you will get the idea right that here the data is getting ingested. You can use multiple platforms for that, and we will be using one of them. Okay, so that is with the mindset we will be doing the project, and all the things which we have learned, we will be using in that.
Okay. So mainly, right, for example, on Snowflake, I was like, when I am writing my pipelines, generally people don't encourage writing hundreds of data pipelines, right? They want us to, write some kind of a program which can handle multiple ingestion data pipelines for like, so for that we use some kind of a metadata tables wherein we input all the information and the process reads from the that's where I'm coming from. Like I think in Spark you may use metadata from YAML files and do those things. But I don't have much experience on Spark side, so I hope you will be covering that. And also like as part of data interview preparation point of view, right? So these days they also ask some kind of data modeling questions, right? Probably as part of interview preparation, do you also cover those things?
So as of now, what all we have in mind with respect to interview preparations, I will be teaching you things. I will be giving you interview Q&A as well. Okay, like what normally is asked. When we go to projects, there also we will be discussing that what all can be asked to you as part of this. Let's say when you say that, okay, you have done this project, right? Say you have used ADF, Azure Data Factory. I will be teaching you each and everything. So in Azure Data Factory, I will be teaching you first that, okay, this is Azure Data Factory. These are the things which can be asked. These are the things which a person will be aware if, let's say, help you to prove that, okay, you have actually worked on this, right? So with that mindset, okay, and when we will do the project, we will also see the data modeling and all these concepts. So that all will help you to present your project and also showcase that you know all this knowledge. So that I think is more than required for any interview, along with if you do all the concepts pretty well. And on your first question, Spark, we will be doing a lot in depth. You can see the same in the syllabus as well. Spark is something which we are going to cover properly, so you don't have to worry on that. And that we'll be doing basic Apache Spark.